The result itself was a really good result. Performance first half was really flat, and some of the Twitter meltdowns at half time was doing my head in, because we've become a fan base that just want results and want them now.
Fantastic pass from Sander Berge. He had a bit of a mixed night, didn't he? I don't think he did too much other than that, which sounds daft because it's an outstanding ball and it's a great finish by Billy Sharp, and he does what he does.
I think we both just said, it was like, oh, he's taking too long. Oh, he's taking too long. Oh, you've run offside, Bogle. Oh, Fleck, you've over... Oh, we scored. What a goal.
Yeah, it just shows how pessimistic we are, really, that we score a wonderful team goal and we're looking for ways for it to be a cock-up.
That's why he's the best championship goal scorer of all time, because he can do stuff like that. An unbelievable finish from Billy Sharp, and we're so lucky to have a player of his age still putting in these kind of performances and these kind of finishes.
Yeah, I think it's one of those sort of wins that you have to take. I've just been getting a few West Brom fan views actually for the match on Wednesday, and they were saying that it were a poor game of football and blah blah blah. West Brom saying this, by the way.
Won't you talk to me? I wanna heal your sorrow. Won't you talk to me? We'll make a new tomorrow. Won't you talk to me? What makes this happy?
Right, so a 2-1 win away at St Andrews against Birmingham City for the boys on a Friday night, and as you can tell I'm recording this the night of the game and I'm still absolutely buzzing. Watched it while I was at work, and yeah, it was a bit of a, I don't even want to call it a flat first half, to be fair, because I think the first 15-20 minutes we were showing a good bit of tempo. We let them come back into the game a little bit, and then it got a bit scrappy from there is probably the best way to describe the rest of the first half, with not too many chances for either team. We should have definitely had a penalty, with Mengi bringing down Ndiaye. That I think in the second half they had a pretty decent shout for a penalty with Bogle's handball too, so it sort of evened out. But yeah, after the opener, Lyle Taylor, another ex-player scoring against us, because that never happens. And to be honest, I was a bit frustrated, but I did not think we were out of the game, and that obviously came to be true just a couple of minutes later. Sharp with what a finish that is, by the way. Good, brilliant pass from Berger through the gap. The timing of the run and the finish into the far corner, just that's why he's the best championship goal scorer of all time, because he can do stuff like that. An unbelievable finish from Billy Sharp, and we're so lucky to have a player of his age still putting in these kind of performances and these kind of finishes. Jebison coming back now, obviously he didn't get minutes today, but if you wanted a striker for him to learn from, it's got to be Billy Sharp, hasn't it? So unreal from him. And Bogle's goal, bit of controversy with the offside, but we don't care, do we? And the build-up into this goal, very quick, intricate passing, which we weren't seeing under Jokanovic at all. I don't want to keep comparing stuff to Jokanovic, but we weren't. And that finish from Bogle, the touch inside and put through, absolutely exquisite stuff from Jayden Bogle, and I absolutely loved it. And I thought we saw out the last 15 so professionally, 15-20. McBurney did an excellent job when he came on, holding the ball, winning free kicks, just being a nuisance. And again, under Jokanovic, we never looked certain, we never looked secure with a lead. And well, we've seen it under Reckenbottom, for God's sake, lost a 2-goal lead to 10-man Preston. But in this game, in a very hostile atmosphere, and I completely understand where the Birmingham fans are coming from with that. And power to him. I thought it was an effective way of doing things. But yeah, we're not still an atmosphere like that. We absolutely managed perfectly. Couldn't ask for any more after we went 2-1 up. So absolutely buzzing with that. And hey, 3 points off the playoff. Still got a couple of games in hand. Who knows? Could be another brilliant year to be a Blade. We'll wait and see. Go on, Blades.
Hi mate, hope we're all good. Just a quick reaction to that outstanding 2-1 win the other night against Birmingham. Absolutely immense. Every single one of them. I put it on Twitter after. I think the word is proud. You look at the game, you look at off the field things with their rightfully so, their protests against their owners with the whistles. I don't think the whistles were too bad actually. Being in the stadium, it was a bit daft, weren't it? But suppose it's their right to do that. So it could have worked against us in a way, but we didn't. We were nice and calm. I thought we controlled the game without really doing too much in the first half. I thought it was a 100% penalty on Ndai. I wasn't sure, obviously we'd been at the other end of the stadium at the time. But then getting back home and seeing, I thought that was a definite pen on Ndai. Other than that first half, not too much to talk about. Like I say, I think we did control the vast majority of the game, kept the ball really well, and we're probably just missing that final little bit. Second half, again, come out probably the better side, and then they had a spell, and I turned to my mate who I was at the game with and said, they're coming into the game now, was it from about 55th minute, something like that from what I remember, and they scored when they had their spell on top, and could have easily made it 2-0 after. But they didn't. I think it was a decent save from Weddle. The lad should have scored, and we went down the other end. Fantastic pass from Sanderberg, he had a bit of a mixed night, didn't he? I don't think he did too much other than that, which sounds daft because it's an outstanding ball and it's a great finish by Billy Sharp, and he does what he does best. And then not too long after, Jayden Bogle, what a goal that is. Didn't actually realise how good of a goal it was there at the time. The little touch and the little prod home. It's a great goal, and obviously we hold on to a fantastic win. Like I say, very, very proud of all of them. And I've been very vocal about Heckingbottom and the fact that I didn't think he was the right man, but he's proving me wrong, and long may that continue. Under Jokanovic, we would never have won that game. We battled. It was a battling performance. They were horrible. Let's face it, horrible. Just a bang average championship team who do what they do, and they do it quite well. They little niggly fouls off the ball and stuff like that, but we stood up to that test. We went 1-0 down, and we answered a lot of questions for me the other night. And looking at the table now, what is it, 11 points off Blackburn with 3 games in hand. Who knows, big week incoming up the Blades.
Another easy win then. Sort of.
Yeah, 3-3, 6-9.
Good stats. It's going well, isn't it? Something's got to go wrong.
Yeah, I felt tonight was a game. I said it the last couple. Got to win this if we're serious about top 6. I've said it again. Got to win this, serious about top 6. But we have put away those sort of mid-table to crap teams. Luton, Peterborough, now Birmingham. I wouldn't say comfortably. The last 2 were. Tonight was a bit harder, but I think we deserve to win all the 3 games we've won. And I think 2-1 was about right tonight.
Yeah, definitely over the course of the game. Not over the course of the first half, obviously, because even though we were well on top, 0 shots doesn't make for interesting reading, does it? Not as interesting as you said, Karen Carney said the game was going to be, and just not a lot happened that first half, did it? We were the better team, but
could have had a penalty. Should have had a penalty. Then they should have had a penalty, so it kind of evened it up. And then we'd start second half well, and then we just had a 5-minute, where we forgot where you had to stand. I'm a defender, I need to stand in defence. I'm a midfielder, I need to be around the midfield area, and we're just all over the place. And they scored a goal on the break, could have had another goal, and it's like, what are we doing? And then Billy scores, great goal, good ball from Sander, and it sort of all turned around from there.
Yeah, a few. You mentioned 2 there that had pretty poor first halves, but that just sort of turned it around, didn't it? We had that spell just before they scored where you thought, we're going to get right back in this, and then, as you say, we then completely forgot how to play football. Let them in twice, pretty easy chances. But then, that second time we got on top, we stayed on top, and they all came back into it a bit. The ones that had poor first halves have been in and out. Yeah, which better.
And a lovely team goal for the winner, where I think we both just said it was like, he's taking too long. Oh, he's taking too long. Oh, you've run offside, Bogle. Oh, Fleck, you've over. Oh, we scored. What a goal!
Yeah, just constantly. Yep, he's lost it. No, he's going to lose it. Oh, he's played it behind. Oh God, he can't get it out from under his. Oh, he must be offside. But it just shows how pessimistic we are, really, that we score a wonderful team goal and we're looking for ways for it to be a cock-up. But
I was convinced it was offside, but obviously it was offside on the original Sharp thing. But always entertaining to see Bowie completely losing his rag. But that's him all over, isn't it?
Yeah, it wasn't the offside you were looking for, was it? It was the other offside. But he's Yeah, has he ever had his rag? You say he loses his rag. I don't think I've ever seen him with his
I
rag.
found it.
It looks like he's on rag. He's just such an angry man, isn't he? What? It can't be good for his blood pressure. Incredibly red. Although I'm not looking too good under these weird lightings in here, but I've gone a bit Bowie on my face. But yeah, just
I'm red. I got a red t-shirt on. I've got Eagle Fang.
Got Eagle Fang. Yeah.
Eagle Fang karate.
Yeah.
So
like an eagle.
yeah. So got in front. Thought who's going to cock it up? So we end up throwing away another 2-2 away, but we didn't. Some nice sort of cameos from McBurney at the end. Thought he did really well. We saw things out really professionally, and in the end, quite comfortable. Good win. We're flying up the table now. I think we've moved up from 11th to 10th.
Oh yeah, there's no stopping us, is there? These wins when other teams aren't playing. You said it on the podcast, so you're like, right, let's have a look at that table. Looks same. Have they added it on yet?
Yeah. But we're getting closer. We're getting close to that 6th spot. We've got West Brom, Bruce in town next Wednesday. Bruce in town? Is that
the game.
So and then Huddersfield to come after that. They're all big games now in the battle for 6th place and seeing if we can lose at Wembley for the 100th time.
Yeah, but it'll feel different this time we lose at Wembley because we started off the season so slowly. It'll feel like a bonus, that defeat at Wembley.
A Brucey bonus.
Higher than a 0-0 and penalty loss, you say?
What's up, Blades? So I fucking hate Friday night games, but they're so much better when you win them. You can go through the whole weekend just like completely chilled out and just happy. So that's good this week. The result itself was a really good result. Performance first half was really flat, and some of the Twitter meltdowns at half time was doing my head in because we've become a fan base that just want results and want them now, and it's I feel people were disrespecting Birmingham a little bit. They're a good side. They're better than the league shows, certainly. They press really aggressively, and you could see that in the first half. They got a lot of good flair players. So yeah, I think if you look at it, I think it's a really good result. That it looks like a lower half team getting beaten by a playoff contender on paper, but yeah, like I said, I think it's a bit of a false position for them. They're really good side, so I think that's a big result for us. Just everything about it, seeing Iliman, the only way they could stop Iliman was to just like perform dark arts really, and just like nipping at his ankles, pulling him down. It was nice to see Billy getting involved, and some others, to be fair, getting involved when Iliman was rugby tackled off the pitch. It's good to see that togetherness in the squad. Something that we've been just hasn't seemed to be there for a little while. So yeah, a bit of passion back in. Loving to see it, to be honest. But that was great. Midfield looked good. I mean, Sander in the second half. That's the player that we paid for, I think. The Sander Berger that we got in the second half there. I think he had a really good second half. Ollie McBurney's little cameo was fantastic. I think every Blade really wants him to do well. And I think more performances like that, more little cameos like that, if he can put in longer and longer performances and be doing that 90 minutes every week, I think we get what we paid for with him, if you keep that up. So yeah, another big result. So slowly climbing the table. It's in our hands to get playoffs at the minute. A lot of football to be played, a lot of home football to be played. So we'll go on to West Brom midweek and see what we can do there. Up the Blades.
I'll drink to that. It's only water, not vodka. But what a place that we never win. I think in 1999 was that last time we won at Birmingham, and I think it was 2009 last time we beat them. Overall, shitty game really, especially first half. And I were in the pub and we were both saying, like, me and my mate were going like, this is going to be 1-0 Birmingham, just because that's what United fans do. And I know it's negative, but that's what you do. You think this is going to go 1-0, and then they got the first goal, and you were like, well, that's it. But the team showed real character, and I don't think we've seen that at all this season. I don't know how many times we've come back to win a game. The only other one I can think of really is Cardiff. Might be another, I'm not sure, but that's the only one. And obviously they went down to 10 men, so we definitely showed a different side, I think, to what we have been showing. And I think we shaded it. I think there weren't many chances, but I think we created the best ones. I think Birmingham had probably the goal, obviously, and then that shot that just after that Wes saved pretty well. Whereas Fleck could have had 2 on another day. For us, there were a couple of headers. Obviously, we should have had a pen as well, and they should have had a pen, to be fair, because we were an handball from Bogle. But yeah, I think it's one of those sort of wins that you have to take. I've just been getting a few West Brom fan views actually for the match on Wednesday, and they were saying that it were a poor game of football and blah blah blah. West Brom saying this, by the way, of all teams. They were saying, it was a poor game of football, we should have too much for him. But sometimes you've got to win like that. And it sets it up nicely now for the next 2. I said, if we can get 6 points out of the next 3, I said before Birmingham, we'll be right in it. So we've obviously got the 3 points already. If we can get 3 points from West Brom, I think the Huddersfield game, I won't say it takes the pressure off, but it's not as vital as it might be if we don't beat West Brom. But I'm really looking forward to it, and yeah, I can't fault them because this is what you want to see in it. It's not. I don't think anyone expects sparkling football or anything like that, or expects it to be 10 out of 10 every week. But you want commitment, and you want players to have a mentality that reflects what we as fans expect. You know, I've just watched the Forest game today, and they're all going apeshit because they. On all the TV, you know, BBC and stuff, are going, oh, Forest are amazing, they're a team on the rise, they're all that. I had a quick look at the league, I've not really been looking at the league properly, and we're 1 point off them with 2 games in hand, you know, so, and everyone's raving about them, and they did play brilliant today, and they're going to be up there, I think, this season, and obviously Middlesbrough, let's not mention Wilder at the moment, we'll go on to that at another time, but yeah, this team is banging form, but we're one of them at the moment, and we've had a nice little run, I think, in terms of games. Luton, Peterborough, Birmingham, 3 of the poorer sides in the league. I do think Birmingham are better than the league position suggests, but at the same time, we've done what we needed to do, and the next 2 are going to be a different test. And like I say, if we get, I'd love 6 points. 4 would be fantastic, but I think even 3 wouldn't be the end of the world. So let's fucking Steve Bruce on Wednesday, though, innit? That man. Well, he's not. I mean, his former tactic at Newcastle were play St Maximin, which I don't think he can do that at West Brom. So let's hope we beat him anyway.